I just wanted to talk about cleaning time. This is a big question. I think this is going to help a lot of people price out jobs much easier. If you learn exactly, what you should be charging based on time. It's a lot of people like to go off of square footage. A lot of details, come into play. But what we've done to be able to help our people price out jobs, and we're able to teach this much easier than going over a whole bunch of details. The best way for us to figure out what we're going to charge people is basically, figuring out how long we think this facility is going to take to clean. That's one of the biggest, things that we need in order to help you price out jobs. So, a lot of times people dive into a lot of details when it comes to pricing and what should I be saying at these walkthroughs. You know, um, a lot of times people are losing out on deals because they're pricing way too much. We've seen people price out jobs way overpriced, and it's just like you're never going to close any contracts pricing out ridiculous prices to where no one's going to take $15,000 a month cleaning costs for a facility that's 50,000 square feet. You have to just kind of realize once you get the job, the first clean is always going to take longer than the next clean. Once your team is able to go in there and do a deep clean, you're not going to have this issue to where you're there for hours and hours, like 8 hours a day. A lot of times people are losing out on jobs because they're thinking it's going to take way longer than it actually really is going to take to clean. So whenever you're going into your jobs and you're pricing out these walkthroughs that we're sending you in the door with, just make sure you're realizing that this is a long-term partnership that you're about to create with this client. So if you can give them a good deal, you're going to be able to bring your margins up eventually. The cleaning time is going to go down the better you guys do with your job, as far as creating a service that is taking care of all these commercial facilities. Once you start getting your systems dialed in to where your team is efficient, everybody's showing up, they're doing deep cleans when they need to, they're dusting when they need to, they're doing all the detailed cleaning on the days they're supposed to do it. A lot of times people are going into the commercial cleaning business to make money, but you have to actually, once you get in the door, start creating systems. So if you're with us already, make sure to ask us how we're running our business efficiently, because if you're going in there thinking you need to do a deep clean at every single clean where you're spending hours and hours at a time, like you do kind of like a residential cleans, whenever you're taking a whole day to clean a couple places. We have crews that are going in there cleaning 4 or 5 locations in a matter of 5 hours. And some of these are medium to large, but they have a team that makes it efficient. And we have systems to where they know what they're supposed to do that day, and they're not going to waste time doing any other things. And we don't have to pay them for going above and beyond, because we already know what our job and our scope of work is. So if they can follow our list of what we need them to do, we're not going to make them think that they needed to go do a 20-hour job every time they walk into a facility for us. So people love working for us because we give them the easy work. The jobs that we get, we're not trying to bombard them with a whole bunch of work that's going to be not worth it to them. So most of our subs love taking on the jobs that we give them because they're convenient. They're able to, we do a deep clean first with our team. Like, we're not going to send them in to do a deep clean by themselves. We'll actually go in there, we'll send more people than we normally would to go do a deep clean. So the next time, it's not going to take them all day to do a clean. We're not going to just send them in there by themselves. So even if you're doing subcontracting, this is pretty much what I'm talking about. Some people already have their own employees, but we subcontract everything that we do. We're pretty much, we get the jobs, we win the contracts, and we have a lot of people, amazing people on our team, subcontractors that are taking care of everything that we need on the field, on the ground. A lot of the people that we work with, like, they don't really do the business side of things, but they just like us, they have bills, they need to take care of their family, they want to reach their goals. So the best thing for you, it would be to connect with people in your area that have goals to grow their team, and they also have goals to meet a certain goal of like how much money they want to make. So one of the first things we ask our residential cleaners that we recruit is, what is your goal? How big are you trying to grow your team? And first off, what do you want out of your journey with this business and our partnership? Because I mean, everybody wants to make and needs to make a certain amount to pay their bills, So when you start asking people, instead of offering them an opportunity, you offer them, actually a opportunity to make more money than what they're initially trying to make doing their residential cleaning. So our biggest recruits are residential cleaners. We'll recruit them, people that are doing home cleaning, and they're actually out there, cleaning homes. And some of them really want to do commercial and office cleaning. They just don't know how to get in the door. So I just wanted to talk about that because a lot of our members are confused about the whole subcontracting process. Are you in control of these employees or these subcontractors? You're definitely going to be able to manage your clients. These are your clients, and in commercial cleaning, you're never really going during the day. There's very rare. If you can get these big contracts that are during the day, but at that point, you don't want to send anybody in there that you don't completely trust. So for us, we really target the evening, work. There's thousands of companies in every area that want someone to come in and clean their offices after hours. They don't want them there during business hours. They don't want them in the way. So we're here to pretty much find those clients because those are gold mine. And for us, we're basically, that's for our whole motto is finding those clients out there that are looking for, the convenience. They don't want to, work with somebody that is going to charge an arm and a leg. They're looking for someone to come in and maintain their facility. And we'll get in there with offering a good, affordable cleaning service. And then from there, we're able to bring our margins up, offering commercial, power washing. We can do carpet cleaning, floor refinishing, handyman services. And first off, once you start connecting with these businesses, it just opens an amazing amount of resources. I cannot explain all these businesses that we work with. They're not only just clients, but they're actually friends, partners. If you take care of them, they're going to make sure you're taken care of. The businesses that we work with, we get good deals with every business that we're partnered with. My kids get to go literally jump for free at Urban Air when they want. We used to clean Urban Air, and it's pretty much like a trampoline place where kids go jump and stuff. Regardless, what I'm trying to say is like the opportunities that come from these business connections when you're partnering with commercial facilities is just endless. You're able to, get in the door with even residential. If you're cleaning houses still, we have a lot of our commercial businesses that are like, hey, do you clean houses too? And we just recently got some dentist office where, the lady gave us her house as well and 3 dentist locations. So you can start multiplying and getting a ton of dentist offices. Shoot me a text, shoot me a message or comment if you guys have any questions while I'm on here. What's up, Jack? Hey, Marlon. Yeah, let me know if you guys have any questions as far as how to price out jobs and what we're doing to find the best cleaners and the most reliable people, and just minimizing our risk. And you have to minimize your risk if you want to create a long-term business. The first thing you want to do, is create endless opportunities. And the second thing you're going to need to learn how to do is minimize your risk. So that's going to help you create, a big business. A lot of people want to get out of the job and want to start creating a business, but they're stuck in doing the daily things because they still haven't realized or fixed, what they need to do to minimize the everything that's going on as far as your stuff, managing clients, bringing on more, subcontractors, closing more walkthroughs. You have to lower your risk and bring up your opportunities to actually win clients and succeed. So let me know if you need help, guys. If you're struggling, join our school program. We have a lot of stuff on there. Plus, you'll get 1 day of free cold calls every day. And 1 day, we've won so many people contracts with just 1 day of cold calls. So it's worth it. If you have the $45 a month to, pretty much start that process with us, because, I know a lot of people are just getting started. They don't really want to get into 500 to, 1,000 or 1,500 just yet. I understand. Whenever I started, I was, doing my cold calls myself, and, I was able to win my contracts. And then after I did that, I started delegating the things that I needed to do. But let us know if you have questions with anything in between, pricing and all those things. That'll hold up a lot of people. But, if you can get past the stuff that's gonna hold you up, you'll actually be able to eventually start making money. So, the things that held me up early on was, just the unknown, not knowing what's gonna happen next. So we're here to be that, we're here to be that for you, that reassurance that, this can definitely be done. We have hundreds of contracts, we're growing our business all the time. thousands of transactions going in every single month. And when it comes to creating a recurring business, it's about creating convenience for people in your area. I mean, you can create a worldwide, business to where, you have a recurring model business, but the easiest one to create is the one in your own community, because you can connect with everybody. You can connect with thousands of people, and you can actually start saving them time, saving them money, being that person that comes out of their shell. I mean, I was telling my daughter earlier, like, we need to actually start, raising our standards. You need to start learning how to do cold calls. She's like 15 years old. She wants me to buy her a car, wants me to buy her a truck, and I told her, we're not going to get into any of that yet until we actually learn, exactly as far as what you want to do when it comes to your free time. Because a lot of times people are telling their kids they can do whatever they want. They let them make those mistakes. And I just feel like, whenever you start focusing on the things that are going to distract you instead of just focusing on, getting out of your shell and doing the uncomfortable, start make your team do cold calls yourself. I truly think that if you can just sit there and be told no over and over again, you're going to grow your business, especially if you learn to love it. That's why I really, really love cold calls, because it completely opens the gates for so many opportunities for you to get in the door with people that are going to help you, eventually grow the business to where, they're going to do it for you. You're not really doing anything. You connect the dot one time, and these clients that you're going to partner up with are going to support you and your family for however long you're in business. So like, that's why I'm so pumped up about this business, because you can start creating relationships with people that are already paying these bills. You're going to be the person that they love, and they actually are going to want to support you. So once you get 100 clients, guys, I promise you're going to love this industry. Hey, Isa, she said, how do you market a small cleaning business when every office clinic has already have their own cleaner? I have been cold calling for 100 cold calls a day, but I have not got any luck so far. So, everybody has a cleaner. Everybody has already paid for a cleaner before in their life. Every market in this entire world that is saturated, those industries are extremely, extremely popular because, if you actually succeed in those businesses, they're very lucrative. But a lot of people don't succeed because they stop from, doing these things after a few tries. So keep doing the 100 calls a day. If you need a script, Asa, let me know. What we're doing on these calls is basically saying, hey, my name is Daniel. I'm with Simply Pure. Just quickly calling to see if I can speak to whoever handles the cleaning services for your facility. And that's it. We're going to wait and see who that person is. And once they say, that person's not in, we're trying to figure out, if they're happy with who they have, what are they paying for? And it's quickly, if they're like, they say, hey, she's not in right now. No problem. I just wanted to quickly call. Is there any reason, or is there any time we can reach out, when she'll be in the office? And at that point, you're just trying to figure out a good time to follow up, because you don't want to just keep calling, and they're always busy. Try to dial down a time where she's going to be in there, and then, just document that time and follow back up. That's what we do. We have to just do the numbers, and you're going to find those clients. How long have you been doing those calls, Isa? Have you been doing 100 calls for how many months have you been doing that? It took me about 6 months to land my first 25 recurring contracts, but it was definitely worth it. I spent like 5 hours a day doing 100 cold calls, and it was a game changer. I was netting 10,000 a month, 22 years old at the time. It's 9 years later, and we have quite a few contracts now. Like I said, we're just growing our business, and now trying to partner with people around the world. We know we don't want to put our name on every contract anymore. So if you need help with your cold calls, Isa, we'd be glad to help you once you're ready to delegate that. I think as far as cold calls, it's a tricky game for people that are busy. Whenever I was young, I was getting into the industry. I had some time, and I had some time to sit there and do calls. So I understand a lot of people out there don't have time to do cold calls, and doing these calls on a daily basis could be a super big drag on you, because especially if you're getting told no every single day. I mean, I remember my first 2-3 weeks, I got told no every single day, and then I finally started closing deals. So let me know, how long you've been doing it. I'm just here to reassure you that you definitely can get it done. It just takes a little bit of time, and you have to just keep doing the numbers on this. But yeah, let me know if you have any questions, guys. I just wanted to get on here and talk about pretty much for the most part what we're doing as far as pricing out these jobs. It has a lot to do with price, and I think whenever you're pricing them wrong, you're going to lose out on a lot of deals. So make sure you're pricing out these jobs good. It all comes down to your price, and when you do these walkthroughs, you're trying to figure out how long this is going to take you to clean the facility. If you're there for 5 hours a day, you don't want to charge a ridiculous amount. And a lot of times people see these facilities and they're like, oh, this is going to take like 20 hours to clean. Some locations just let us know. We don't charge anything to help you price out jobs, and you're going to learn the more and more you win contracts. But let us know you're pricing out a job. Send us some pictures. Let us know the square footage of what these facilities are sizing out at. The cleaning square footage will help you price them out, because for the most part, as long as you can give them a good deal, they're going to give you the opportunity to work with them. So you have to make sure that the first deal is great, and then you won't get ghosted. You're going to actually start getting some yeses. Just doing it for about a month, guys. That's awesome, A's. A good job. Great job. I mean, keep it up. You're gonna get contracts. Like I said, it took me 6 months to start getting my first contracts. Actually, dialed in. After the first 2 3 months, you're gonna start getting traction. Especially if you're just getting started. We do cold calls every day now, and we've been doing it for about 5 years now. As far as just hiring our team and having them do our cold calls, I was doing them along with a couple other guys, until we started hiring a lot of people to do our cold calls. But we can get cold calls walkthroughs every day. Make sure you're calling like private schools. Daycares are good, apartments are really good. Restaurants are really good when you get to clean their common areas. Churches, title companies. There's a lot of, every business out there. There's just a lot of good businesses like those. Event centers. Event centers are really good. You got to get some event centers, because those you can start making like $200 every time you go. Because when you go to these event centers, they're already charging these people a cleaning fee. So if you're going in there and you're charging them $350 a clean, you get to go pay your team maybe $200 a clean. You're making $150 profit every time they go in there, minus maybe like 20% for taxes and supplies, because supplies are very minimal. Most of these places, you're just going to need to bring cleaning solutions. A lot of people get worried about commercial. They feel like they're going to have to spend so much money on supplies, but supplies is really not that big of an expense. I would say about 5 to 10%, unless they're needing you to buy some special equipment. Those are only for like big contracts, and I wouldn't even try to go for those yet, because you want to already have that equipment. You don't want to have to buy it new and learn how to use it. So a lot of times, it's good to get these smaller contracts. You can gather some funds, create that passive income, that recurring income, and start growing from there. So yeah, definitely keep up the calls, Isa. Make sure to just do it 100 a day for 6 months. I guarantee you're gonna like where you're at in 6 months if you keep doing it. But let me know if you have any questions, guys. I just wanted to get on here and talk about what we're doing to price out these jobs. It's really based off of time, how long we think these facilities are going to take to clean. So if you're having trouble price out some jobs on your end, let us know. We'll help you price them out. A lot of times people are stuck on a proposal and they never even send the proposal out. So let us know before you do that. We'll definitely be glad to help you price out any job that you're going through. As far as like commercial, we don't really do any residential, but for commercial, we've been working with 100,000 square feet. My biggest facility that I ever worked with was 1 million square foot, and it was pretty big. It was a manufacturing company, and they just manufactured cups, foam cups, and we would go clean all the different break rooms and all the different bathrooms every single day, 24 hours a day. It's like 17 different people on the team, and it was just a crazy, it was a crazy contract, but it's still good. It was hard to hire it out, but once you do these things one time, you're going to be able to, be comfortable with, getting these larger jobs. So, I mean, for operations, we have a business line. I mean, we keep things very simple. We have about like close to like 150 contracts going on, like, more, but we have really good customers. And as far as what we're doing, man, I mean, we really handle all of our stuff over the phone. I mean, we use Route. I'm not sure if you've heard Route. They're a commercial cleaning company actually that opened this software, and you can actually take pictures of jobs and you can show it to your team, and y'all can all share access to this app. So you should definitely look into Route. It's pretty affordable too. I think it's about like $200 a month. So yeah, look into Route. That's a pretty cool one. Route is definitely our go-to because it's affordable, and I like Ricky. Ricky, I know the owner. He's a pretty cool guy. So we definitely support them. They do really good stuff, and they have a lot of things coming up. But as far as like creating the systems, it all comes down to what they're doing behind closed doors. Your cleaners is what I'm talking about. But for the most part, if they're doing their job, you don't have to really worry about much because it all comes down to making sure those clients are happy. So the softwares, you can really get that once you get too overwhelmed. I didn't really start getting softwares until we got to like over 50 clients. And then, once people start adding on locations, because we have about 150 clients, but across the board though, buildings being serviced, we're over like 300, 400, because most of these facilities and companies that we're partnered with, they have multiple locations. We have a city contracts. We have over 6 city contracts actually. So all of those have multiple buildings. But our whole goal is to just create that recurring model. If you have 1,000 buildings where you're taking care of, you and your team and your group of subcontractors, if you have 1,000 of these people that you can build up, maybe 20, 30, every 3 months. Eventually, after you start getting 20, 30 at a time every 3, 4 months, you're going to be in a very good spot. So when it comes to pricing out these jobs, don't lose out on good customers because you're trying to make too much money. I promise you, you're gonna lose out on a lot of opportunity if you do that. So make sure you're giving them a good deal, and at the end of the day, you're going to close deals. So let me know if you have any questions, guys. About to hop off, go have dinner. But for the most part, I want to update this. So me and Caroline are gonna go on a live again tomorrow. Caroline does all residential. She's been in the residential game forever. She's going to actually start her journey with us and get into the commercial cleaning industry. And we're going to help her start getting into contracts in her area. And she's going to document the whole thing. We've already helped hundreds of people close contracts. If you're not already a part of our commercial cleaning blueprint sales partnership on Facebook, join that group. It's a pretty cool group. We have a lot of people asking questions 24/7 about different things that they're struggling with. So it's a good way to get some free information. Yeah, for sure. You to stick with it. I'm just starting to get walkthroughs as well from cold calls. Good job, Austin. Good stuff, man. I mean, for the most part, I'm super pumped. You guys can make a lot of money. So, congrats to you guys. Keep closing contracts. I mean, I'm getting right now. We're pricing out another 6 cities right now, and these are going to be like over 40 buildings. It's like close to 50 buildings altogether that we're pricing out right now. I just submitted the last RFP today. We did 6 buildings six RFPs the last 3 months. Super busy. I'm actually starting my first neighborhood as well. We're about to build in Mansfield, Texas. I'm not sure if any of you are from Texas, where we actually started in the commercial cleaning industry. I got into doing more services. We do commercial power washing, handyman services, painting, all kinds of stuff. But we started with that. Eventually, I was able to learn about real estate throughout the whole journey. I started flipping homes. Then eventually now, 10 years later, into my entrepreneurship journey, I'm building my first neighborhood. We break ground next month, so we're super pumped. If any of you guys are looking to move out to Texas, let me know. Our houses are going to be pretty nice. So yeah, guys, I mean, as far as the industry, sky's the limit. You can do a lot of things with this business because once you build up that recurring revenue, I mean, there's a lot of things you can use. You can do to use that money. As far as spending your money properly, I would always say invest in real estate. As long as you have the good deals, that you can buy, that's all you need to make money with real estate. A lot of times people thinking too much into it too much. The one thing you can take from me today about real estate is you don't need to know every single thing about every single transaction or deal. You need to find somebody that you can become close friends with that works at a title company, and then from there you're going to be able to get into deals, and then from there the only person that's winning in real estate is the one that knows where to find the deal. So if you don't know where to find the deals, you're never gonna need to even know about all the different things, Airbnbs, arbitrage, all the flipping, wholesaling, all the different things, land flipping. You don't even need to know about any of those things if you don't know where to find the deal. So, those of you that are in our school program, I'm going to be talking way more into real estate pretty soon, because once you're in there for 3 months, you get free access to our real estate mastermind, where I'm going to dive into, how I started flipping homes, how I buy homes with no loans, pretty much taking over the properties with zero to any money down, really, sometimes. And for the most part, how we've been able to use that to get into other things like developing land, buying land so we can start building neighborhoods. How we're actually looking into buying a vacant hospital that's vacant in the community, and it's just sitting there, and nobody's doing anything with it. So we're actually going to buy this vacant hospital. It's about 50,000 square feet, 6 stories. The city has approved us to do pretty much a senior center, living center. It's like 50 to 70 years old. But for the most part, you can get into anything once you start growing your passive income. So sky's the limit, guys. You can do all kinds of stuff. I'm rooting for you. Let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to post this on our YouTube video so more people can see this. And yeah, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Have a blessed rest of your night. Peace.